is a video from Arch City Comics, I believe. Here, Arch City Comics is a lot of fun. So, thanks. Go subscribe to Arch City Comics if you enjoy this video.
Hello and welcome to the world famous Arch City Comics. Please take the time to make sure that you are subscribed and you've got the bell rung for notifications so you can stay up to date on all things Arch City. So today, the hot topic of the day comes from one Shawn Gordon Murphy. Now, we just talked about him a little bit the other day, and apparently he received, of course, the hailstorm of cancellation from the cancel culture. And he tweeted out this morning, I recently did a cover for a creator, but it's been brought to my attention that the creator has posted opinions that are anti-LGBTQ. I've spoken with that creator, and the cover will now be pulled from the project. Anyone who knows me knows I'm a big supporter of the LGBTQ community, from the hard workers at my publisher to my fellow creators to the people in my own family. I'm sorry if I hurt or upset anyone. I've always wanted my work to be about inclusion and about people working together. It's a major theme in my Batman work, but I can't be connected to opinions that hurt the LGBTQ community that's meant so much to my life and my upbringing. So, what does this mean? This means what he's talking about is his cover for the Bigfoot Bill 2 campaign that is going on right now on Indiegogo. Let's back up just a little bit before we get into all of that. So, the other day, when the rumor mills was swirling around about Doug possibly being hired by DC to work on the new Murphyverse imprint by Shawn Gordon Murphy, we get this wonderful tweet from one Tess Fowler, who is a female white SJW, one of the worst. She tweets out, today in comics apparently, known Batman writer who supports bigots in a hate movement as well as supports that hate movement's apologists has a new imprint at DC and is hiring bigots? LOL. I told y'all in fucking 2017 dude was a problem, but oh, he makes Batman comics. So this thread is just utterly ridiculous. She goes on to thread tweet, you, oh my god, Tess, Batman is so good, you should pick it up. Me, like Tess reads DC Comics, please. She goes on to say, the best way to prove the dude being criticized isn't part of a hate movement is for that hate movement's lackeys to try to swarm any and all critics. Good work, trolls. LOL. Yeah, God forbid, anybody outside of the mainstream gives Shawn a pat on the back for just being an upstanding person. God forbid. Here we got one Aaron Alvarez. He's another real piece of shit. Enjoying the excuses / justifications of, well, he's a really great guy to me, and he helped me get my foot in the door, like that's all that matters. So frustrating. Oh, yeah, fuck Shawn for not being a virtue signaling asshole like some of these other people. Oh, it's just utterly ridiculous. So, of course, Doug TenNapel, picked up on this, tweeted this out. Sorry. Yeah, so he says the LGBTQ put pressure on DC and SGM, Shawn Gordon Murphy, for doing a cover on Bigfoot Bill 2. Shawn and I agreed that he should pull the cover. It's more important than ever that pro-family comic lovers to support my work and rethink DC for attacking my business over beliefs. So Doug's actually he's actually pointing his fingers at DC himself. In this tweet, he says this has nothing to do with the book. It's Jim Lee / DC that don't want Shawn Gordon Murphy to do a favor for a friend that goes against their SJW LGBTQ brand. This isn't a fake culture war to get super chats. Wonder who was talking about there. Roll. This is the real culture war. Well, he is right. Now, it honestly it pains me a little bit just to defend Doug in any way, because I don't like Doug. I don't like his stance. I just don't like him as a person. I don't even think he's all that good of a creator. But at the same time, this is the awful culture or cancel culture bullshit that we have been trying to fight against. You know, this guilt by association. They basically went out and tried to cancel Shawn Gordon Murphy over this cover. Now, what really gets me is that this campaign has been, you know, it's entering its second week. So this campaign has been up for a while now. It's not doing too bad. He's got, you know, just under 74,000 in backing with 831 backers. Not too shabby. Still got a long way to go before he can reach the numbers of the original Bigfoot Bill campaign, which we'll see. So this isn't new. He didn't just launch this campaign. It's been going on well before the whole rumors started swirling around about him possibly being hired by DC Comics. Now, those were, anybody who has any kind of common sense knows that those were just rumors. There was no validity behind those whatsoever. It was just people on the internet talking out of their ass. And I guess I fed into that a little bit because I took it and ran with it. But I thought it was funny. I knew it wasn't a real thing that was going to happen. But these fucking SJWs got a hold of it and obviously started going wild. They started concern trolling SGM. I'm sure they probably blew up DC Comics. You know, a couple of these SJWs work at DC Comics, so I'm sure they were all up in their ears about what, you know, Shawn's doing on the side, which is a cover for a friend of his. That's all it is. And they went after Shawn Gordon Murphy's livelihood. That's exactly what happened here. They forced Shawn to bend the knee and remove the cover from this campaign. Now, what really intrigues me is what's going to happen next. Obviously, he's got to pull the cover from the campaign. All of these images of the cover are going to have to be removed and replaced with the updated cover, which I believe Doug Tenaple is working on. He's going to be working on today. But on the other side of that, I'm not 100% sure of all the fine print, but he's to do this effectively is he's going to have to, or at least he'll have to offer refunds for everybody who backed this second volume. So the featured perk, just the book, that one's fine. But only 5 people claim that one anyway. But 1 and 2, the comics library, the double signed book, super fan, signed head sketches, every other one of these is going to have to be refunded, or he's going to have to offer a refund because he's changing what the customer is actually getting. Honestly, and like I said, I'm not 100% sure. I don't know of all of the inner workings of Indiegogo, but I would imagine his best bet is to cancel this campaign, close it out, refund everybody, and start from scratch, which is fucking detrimental. Because I guarantee at least a few of these backers bought this book because of Shawn Gordon Murphy's cover. It does look like he has removed the cover from the actual campaign page. So yeah, that's a start as far as what he's doing. But he's going to have to redo all these tiers, take that image out of there. Because you can't, once the campaign goes live, once people start buying these tiers, it locks in this photograph. So he's going to have to hide all these tiers, put new ones up. This is a real shitstorm on Doug. And like I said, I might not like Doug, but I would not wish this upon anybody. This is just absolute cancel culture bullshit right here. And, you know, this is what we've been fighting over. Like I said, I don't like Doug, but I would never wish this upon him. I mean, they are fucking with his business hardcore by doing this. And like I said, it's these fucking SJWs like Tess Fowler, who's pushing for this, and Aaron Alvarez, and everybody basically in this this long thread here, that's cheering her on and adding to this. This is it's honestly, it's sickening. This is really sickening. And I feel bad for Shawn because he is a good guy. All he does is want to make good comics for people. And, God forbid some comic skaters stood up for him and said, you know what, you're doing a great job. So that in itself is enough to get someone canceled now in comic books. Think about that. Because the wrong people agree with you, that is enough to get straight up canceled. Absolutely atrocious. It's really sick. So, that's all I have for now. We'll see where this story goes and where it develops from it. As always, sound off in the comments. Let me know what you guys have to say. Make sure you're subscribed. You got the bell rung for notifications. Give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, whichever. I think I did a pretty good job. Give me a thumbs up. I feel like I deserve it. But, yeah, we'll keep you updated as this develops, and we'll see you next time.